This is Anj from Anj Studios, and today we are going to multiply fractions using unlike denominators. So our problem right here is 5/7 times 7/5. And so there might be something in particular about this problem that you may or may not have noticed. Can you guess what it is?
I think one of the fractions are improper.
Yes, which one?
7/5.
Yeah. So I'll explain to you why it's improper. The numerator, the top number of all fractions, is larger than the denominator, the bottom number of all fractions. So I'm going to scroll down for some more room. Sorry. So I rewrote the problem beforehand so that we didn't have to waste time doing that. And how I like to do it is that we always multiply the top two numbers, okay? So that means 35. Okay? And then I'm going to make that fraction line right there. And then we multiply 7 times 5. 7 times 5 is also 35. See? 7, 14, 28, 35. Yeah. See? 5. And then 5 times 7, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay? So 35 over 35. Or 35. 35/35. So, if you handed that in to your teacher, she would say, okay, good, simplify it. Now you're going to say, what in the world is simplifying? Simplifying is making a problem that has the same multiple, collapse it. Basically, you're collapsing the fraction down into, well, a smaller one, I guess. In this case, the same multiple is 35. 35 over 35. So you can simplify it down to 1. So your final answer would be 1.
This is Kausha from you. I have to stop. Everything seems different. I can't see anything.
Seriously? I mean, I thought you had perfect senses. I mean, I thought your glasses helped you see everything. Am I genius?
Yeah, you're genius. You solved the problem. I have my glasses. I forgot to wear my glasses.
Oh, I'm such a genius. I mean, everybody, give a round of applause for me.
Okay.
Yay, I'm a genius.
But is that typical? Is that good?
It's typical. It's okay, I guess. Just like typical Tarnawa. I mean, Tarnawa does it all the time. Why can't you?
But answer the question. Is it good or bad?
It's okay.
Okay, good.
It's a maybe.
Anyways, so hi everyone, this is Kasha, and today we are going to multiply fractions with unlike denominators. Oh yeah. So, you might be, but unlike last time, this time, right here, right now, we are going to do cross multiplication.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you are so funny.
Am I?
No, I'm exaggerating. Okay. Anyways, after that, so to solve this problem, you might be wondering, what is cross multiplication? What you might be asking, what in the world is cross multiplication? Well, cross multiplication is when you have factors or multiples diagonally from each other. Is that correct?
Yes, but I can explain it more detailed.
Wait, I have more. And you can simplify it. Then, now is that what you can say?
Pretty much, I guess. But I need to tell you one more thing. This only works with some. Sometimes it's just a large number that you need to multiply, and then it's gonna be a crazy number. But yep, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I'll tell you one thing right now. I just told you this, but I need to repeat it.
Okay.
It only works for some, but in this problem, it works. Definitely works.
Okay, so I obviously got that correct. I did. Okay?
Yeah, you
Don't
did.
question me, okay? Don't be sarcastic. So, right here, you guys would see that I wrote the problem here. You might be thinking it's a time waste, but no, it is not. Because what's a time waste is going up, down. So it's easier. Anyways, so to solve this problem, we have to do cross multiplication. So what are 75 and 50 multiples of anything?
Definitely. I'll tell you what.
What?
25.
Correcto. You deserve a big round of applause and a pat on the back.
Do I? Because that was just like an easy thing.
Yeah, I patted my back, which means I'm the one who got it right. I'm the genius.
No, but I said it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did, but we
Okay.
have to get on anyway.
Anyways,
Whoever said it.
25. So 25 times 2 is?
50.
Correct. So 50 is right here. So what do you rename it as?
2.
Correcto. And 75. Is that how much is? What
How many times does 70
3?
or how many times does 75? I mean, how many times does 25 go into 75 without going over?
Correct. It's Mrs. Tarnawa's favorite phrase, I guess.
Sentence.
Whom
Yeah.
did the geese go?
That sounds
Remember
really
it?
funny.
Don't forget it. Children, you have to remember. Anyways, so what's the answer, you might?
I think it's 3.
Correct. So I renamed this as 3. But there's another one, except this isn't so big. 41 plus 41 is?
82.
Yes, and 82 is right there. So, and which means, since 41 is basically 41 times 2, you rename this as a 2. And because of that, this becomes a 1. Okay? Do you got that?
So technically you're multiplying 3 times 1 over 2 times 2?
Correct. So 3 times 1 is 4. Yay.
Is it 4? That's 3 plus 1, Kausho. 3 times 1 would be 3. Because anything you multiply by 1 is always the same thing.
Yes. Honestly, I know I usually say that I was taking advantage of him, but that's really a big mistake. Never do that. Ever do that mistake. He's correct. It's 3. And 2 times 2 is?
4. But I
Correct.
will tell you one thing. Sometimes just sometimes the multiplication answer will be the same as your addition answer.
Took the words right out of my mouth. You are psychic and a genius. Aren't you?
Thank you.
You deserve 10 pats on the back this time. Okay?
I will pat myself on the back right now.
So the answer is...
3/4.
And I know this has nothing to do with cross multiplication, but if you do it as an eighth, what would the answer be?
6/8.
Correct. But 3/4 is a simplified form. Whenever you have a test or anything, don't write 6/8.
You always want to simplify it. If you turned it in as 6/8, your teacher would say, okay, good. Now simplify it. And you might even ask, what in the world is simplifying? Kaushal will explain that to you right now.
Okay, don't push me. So simplifying is when you turn a big fraction into a smaller one, an easier one. Like, for example, 6/8. So 6/8 simplified is 3/4. So you might be wondering, how do you turn something to a bigger fraction? Or, well, to do that,
I'll explain it to you in quick words. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. Or whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom.
I was saying that. I was gonna say.
No.
When I said that. I was gonna say that to do something to make it an harder problem that you can simplify, you do what you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So
or what you do to the bottom, you do to the top.
Yeah, but to simplify, if it's an even number, you keep on dividing by 2 until you can't. So if you have by any chance,
16/24.
Okay. 16/24. Simplify that, please.
It could turn into
times 2 divided by 2. I said, right?
exactly. So you could do
Divided by 2.
8/12.
Wait for me, okay? Divided by 2 equals. So 16 divided by 2 is 8, right?
Yep.
So 8. And 24 divided by 2 is
12.
correct. Can you simplify that anymore?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll do it again. Divided by 2 equals, and divided by 2 equals. What is that? What is
4,
8 divided
6.
by 2? Correct.
4 and then a 6.
Oh wait, no, I made a mistake.
Not there. The bottom part.
Mistakes are good for the greater good. Remember that.
Exactly.
Can you do that one more time?
Yes, you can.
Correcto. Divided by 2 equals divided by 2 equals. What is
That-
it? 4 divided by 2?
2,
Correct. And 6 divided by 2?
3.
3. Now, since we kept on going back, I have a question. I know the answer. I don't know if you do. Can you simplify that even more?
No. Because you have to do the same thing to the bottom as you do the top. And if you divided the top by 2, then you have to divide the bottom by 2, and you can't do that without a remainder.
Yeah. So, well, this video has nothing to do with simplify, but I thought it would be good to ask you for this. Anyways, so the answer to this big problem right here is 3/4.
Thank you
you
for
guys for
watching.
watching, and we'll see you next time, I guess.
Yeah, probably.